see if we've got all that going. Restream. If you're joining me, just going to work out a few things just to make sure that everything's up and running. This is totally off the cuff, which is what live is all about. Is it coming on through? Looks like it's good. Yeah, I'm live on LinkedIn. Are we live on Periscope? Yeah, I've been a bit cheeky because I've just made some pancakes. If some of you might have caught that video, so I'm not dressed for an IT video, technical video, but let's do this. Tracy's keen; she's loving it, and we've got a few people tuned in, so let's get on with it. Yeah, like the gig. Yeah, let's face the right way. Just made some pancakes this morning and a bit of coffee as well. Thought that it might be a good idea to go through and have a look at let's just make sure that we're not getting any feedback there. At the new our Office Unified app. It's been out for Android for some time, apparently. And there are a few videos I have checked. People have passed some comment, they've taken through, and they've done what I would call what do you call it, like the harbour cruise. They open up the app and they go, it does this and it does that, and there's this feature and stuff. But there's not a lot of people that like to tell stories around how the app is used. Now, what is the point of this Office Unified app? Interesting thing, as people went to install this week from iOS, and I'm sure they got the same comments for Android, but there used to be a unified app for Office. Before we had separate apps like Excel, PowerPoint, and Word as separate things. So when they went in and they went to install it, there was these comments back from years ago. Let's see if we can find it. Office app. All right. Scroll on down. Oh, come on. Maybe I should have found a better search term. The new Office app. Here it is. Hey, sorry if that peaked the audio. Oh, no doofus. Into the Office app. And so you'll see 2 days ago, so there's a new version. But if we get into comments and ratings, 6 years ago. 6 years ago. So this is the last time that we had a unified app. People liked it, loved it, whatever. But it was a bit sort of, okay. So as people are installing this and they're thinking, okay, well, there's comments there already. Clearly it's not related to this new version. But I want to get into why the unified Office app. Now, we have a unified app that's bringing all sorts of things together. That's Microsoft Teams, bringing conversation alongside your collaboration, your coordination, your connections across the organization. Too many Sean's right there. But it's on the mobile experience, it still relies on bringing those sorts of things into an app. It branches out to Excel, Word, PowerPoint. And this new Office app is just focused on those document creation experiences, but it also extends a few things. You switched from LinkedIn to Periscope because you couldn't see the vid on LinkedIn mobile. Huh, interesting. Thanks, Rebecca. We'll see what that comes through. I'm still on kind of the early stages of trying the beta or preview out of LinkedIn, and been having some funny weirdness going along there. So thanks for the feedback, Rebecca. Unified Office app. Look, it does actually function the way that the other apps launch and run, and that was good to see, right? I thought, is this going to be just some unified app launcher and that you'll still have or need to have the other 3 apps installed? That's not the case. It actually runs directly from there. And as I found this morning, let me see if I can do this without exposing anything. Here we go. So we're into regarding 365 and into contributors. We run a meetup regularly, and we use it in Teams. So we're connecting our peeps together 2 times that day, and we're going to files, We'll do a little slide deck to try and bring some of our stats and things together. Now watch this, we'll open this up. So that's our preview that we see in Teams. What does it open now that I've got the Office Unified app open? So we'll open up Edit. Boom. Ooh, straight into this new Fluent Office Unified app and straight into a full experience, mobile experience of PowerPoint. Now, like I said, there's the reason that I like this unified experience is because I don't have to go hunting and searching for different apps. I've got all those sorts of experiences pulled together in one place. I've got recommendations. So it's helping me, what I've really noticed around Office and now more so with Windows 10 is this theme that I call the picking up from where you left off. More than just recent documents, more than just what have I been working on, but you get right back to where you were, and you also see across the different places that you're working, what is it that you we're trying to work on and collaborate on. So this is now in one place. It's not that I go into Excel and there it is, or PowerPoint and there it is. But instead it's going to open up this Office app and it's going to give me a fuller picture of what I'm working on, what I have been working on. So you will see there's a few things here from my workplace at Datacom. There's the GlobalCon 1 PowerPoint that I was working on for that to do, jump in to be registration 8,000 and something, because there are over 8,000 registrations now. Just a sneak peek, I guess. Let's just jump into that. Maybe not. It's actually quite a big PowerPoint. Bit of a tease, sorry. So it's all bringing all of these things in, and across the different accounts that I am working on and working with, it's showing me where I can pick up from where I left off. I've noticed that as I'm in here, I've been in the habit of pinning documents that I'm working on currently, or things that I want to refer to quite frequently, such as back when I was helping to write the book for Adopt and Embrace Microsoft Teams. So I still have the draft there. Actually, I read that and not the physical book that was eventually delivered. There's a couple of things that I'm working on there around the adoption strategy for Datacom and our modern workplace project, and something else that I was working on too, the intro slide for presentations. I was inspired here by Louise Fries. She had this cool slide up there which it was code, and she was showing various things to edit herself in and say this is who I am and what I am. And I thought, well, what's my thing? My thing is, let's see if this works if I flip this around. No, I've cropped it. It is this persona card, which is really apt for what I do for my workplace, or for what I do as my interest, which is user adoption. All right, so going back to that unified app, all these sorts of pinned apps, but now that they're all together, notice I've pinned an Excel spreadsheet, multiple different PowerPoints and Word documents that I'm working on. So it's a bit like I've got to go back there now and manage that. But good thing, they're all there, they're all in one place. And then, of course, the history as well. So the theme, picking up from where I left off. And you can see from earlier in the stream how it connects through to Microsoft Teams. It's just from one unified app that brings everything together as a hub for teamwork through to a hub for document creation. Look, what I liked about this too was the search, right? So if I don't see anything that I'm actually after there in terms of documents I've been recently working on, then what else have I got here? I've got all the different connections through to different Office 365 tenants that I work in. Webster Tech, my personal Microsoft account, which I tend to put my presentations and things in there so I can safely share them without having to loop in work. Regarding 365 and helping out with that community, and then Datacom, my workplace. I do have at the bottom there with the exclamation mark a connection through to a Office 365 demo tenants, demos of office.com. But that's OneDrive, and eventually, and I don't know why it hasn't turned up yet, but I think I visit something and then it comes back. And let's try that. We'll go into OneDrive here. So there I am browsing the files and my structure that is in my OneDrive for Webster Tech or my MVP tenant. So easy enough to go through and see what's going on, but dangerous here, isn't it? What could I go into here? Presentations, Collab 365. There we go, GlobalCon 1. So that's cool. But if I go back, there we go. So it's almost like as I'm going into it, it's doing the sign-in in the background and saying, yeah, you can get to these SharePoint sites as well now. So now you see all the SharePoint sites have appeared as well. Just to give you a bit of an idea on structure there, going into work, so it's a bit more relevant to you. If you go into sites and Datacom, straight in, no delays, right? It's not going down, and it sounds like a dot matrix printer or your granddad's 386 loading up some kind of OS. But it's straight into all the teams and the SharePoint sites that I have access to at work. So if we went to Modern Workplace Team, then boom, there it is, and I can see the document structure, a document library, and various different other libraries that we've created as well. So I can browse through to that and work in on that. Now I really like that. It's snappy, and that's the point, right? If we are out and we're mobile, it's not about us sitting down on the train or sitting having a coffee and going click and wait and wait. Whatever we're doing on mobile, it's quick, it's snappy, it's about, first of all, referencing, looking at things that people have sent us or things that we've been working on and we're checking up on that. Or next, it's about maybe you're doing just small edits. So maybe we'll just see if we can find something here that would be safe to edit as well. Look, this other thing here, maybe some of you know I like to do a few parodies and try and mix up a few songs. This one, I've been using Excel to try and change up the lines in a particular song and trying to change it up so that it's, I don't know if you know of the song called Going the Distance by Cake. Well, I'm trying to say it's all about being a floor walker. So I've been using Excel for that. So yeah, I can go in there and there's my Excel experience. It's the same as the Excel app and easy enough to make those changes. What else do we do with documents? We do share them. And so here's the one place that I can go to see what I've been working on, and rather than hunting through things and trying to find where is that document, where do I need to share it, which email was it in, which conversation was it in Teams or whatever, maybe one other entry point is to go here and say, right, that's what I've been working on, let's share that with someone. So we tap our ellipsis button there, we go into share, and now we get this familiar sharing experience where we've, depending on the permissions within our organization, we'll be able to share it with anyone with a link. Within the organization, people who have existing access or specific people, then all the passwords, expirations, and all those sorts of things as well. So, familiar sharing experience, consistent, the same as we see on desktop, the same as you see in the mobile app. Quick things, right? You're out on the run, someone in your meeting says, hey, have you got that document? Oh yeah, I'll just share that with you, and you go straight into it. So no hunting around. Beautiful. But that's all documenty kind of stuff, but they're introducing other things into this unified app as well. If we're looking at, let's just tap into the plus sign here. And I wish I had this set up, maybe I can if you have a little patience. But as I tap in here, I've got 3 actions that are currently here. Notes, lens, and documents. So yeah, I could create a new document. That's reasonably familiar. But there are some new things that have been introduced here too that help me while I'm in my flow, while I'm working mobile. You track yourself down to there, you can see scan into Word or scan a table into Excel. And that's a quick way of going, well, I've got something in front of me, I want to get it into a document so I can work on it later when I'm back at my fuller desktop or laptop experience. Tap in there, get into it. Or blank document or create from template, it's presenting the templates that are available there as we usually see. One thing I like about the PowerPoint one is if I've been snapping away and saying I've seen some things at a conference, or I'm collecting shots from a location that I want to build out a story that's part of what I'm trying to tell, then I can just tap in and say choose pictures, and I can go like from my story the other morning. We've got a when I was involved in a police chase, yeah, I went for a run and I've tapped these 3 pictures here, and just at the bottom that builds out my PowerPoint, and it adds pictures just in a basic format, so I can just play around with that a bit later on. Very cool. I've always loved the PowerPoint mobile app. It's really quite a full experience. So So yeah, in documents, cool. Lens. Now, Office Lens has been around for some time, but it seemed to be coming into the background where it was less important. We saw the Lens experiences. It felt like they were being built out into the different apps where we work. You go to OneDrive, you can scan in the OneDrive app using Office Lens technology and advancements to get your receipts or a document into a folder. Now it does turn it into a PDF. This feels like it's brought just the whole Office Lens in here as just something that's quick and easy, and it's all part of that document experiments in the unified app. So if we go into Lens and I find something, this might be a receipt in here. What's this one? Who knows what this is? Oh yeah, air points. All right, scan that doco. So we've got our choices. Document, photo, whiteboard. It's definitely a document. Tap that in there. You've seen it. It's familiar. It's orange, right? So it still feels like it's Office Lens. File type. Wonder. PDF or picture or Word. Sweet. So being able to swap through Word, PDF, and just a picture. That's going to drop it directly into Word. And that's what I like about this choice. Now that I've discovered it, it's not just simply dumping this thing into a PDF. It's given me a choice. So if we go into here, done. I expect that it's going to, put that in there, drop it into a Word doco. There we go. Opening document docx. Do remember to rename this, okay? I don't like to see people working on something for 2 hours and it's still called document 1 or document 4. It just makes me nervous. When things are opening up in the Word app within the unified Office app, you have this reading view to start with. So don't be concerned. This is not that has dropped your formatting and oh no, it's not going to work. Oh, and don't worry about that address. I don't live there anymore, so don't worry about that. But here we go, we're back into an edit view, and if I just tap into here, is it editable? Whoa! Okay, so this is the part where it's recognized the text in the invoice. Wow. And I can go through and I can change things up. It's a bit rough around the edges there. I mean, it sees, if I can pinch zoom into there, you can see the word description. It's recognized the word description, but it's also trimmed off the top edge of that table for the invoice, so I can see both. I mean, I guess I could tap that whole image, can I? I'm assuming that's selected the image. Copy. I don't know. Let's just get that out of the way. Long press. Yeah, I don't know. Enough of that experimenting live. But Office Lens built into the Office Unified app so that you can get to scan things into the relevant format that you want it. I really like that. That's really cool. But the other thing that I haven't really got into using much is sticky notes. They're available in Windows 10. Let's see if we can find something there. Available in Windows 10. Sticky. There we go. And we'll see if we can flick that over to desktop at some point. I'll put that over there so you're not going to get overwhelmed. And I haven't really got into that because I'm using OneNote all the time, and we know if we just sort of flick over to here, open up OneNote, got no idea what it's going to display, probably a draft of one of my blog posts. Bex, if you're still watching or listening, I think that that was something we were discussing. Look, there's sticky notes, right? These are the stickies. I think that's going to match, but we'll see. Here's my pink one from when I was testing this in the Unified Office app earlier. But if I swap on over, tap into Notes, and then go this, look, I'll do what Naomi Moneypenny inspired me to do one day. Yeah, it is sticky notes, but it's still surfaced from within OneNote, Bex, or, I mean, if you're in OneNote, you can see it down the bottom. Let's swipe over here. There's the same. There we go. So it's still the same sticky notes, but what I'll get to here if I've got it connected correctly, is that that same sticky note's going to also end up, this is on my Windows 10 machine too. I remember seeing Naomi Moneypenny do that a few years back, and I thought that's a smart way to demo text instead of watching me go tappity tap, aha, you spelt Windows wrong. Yeah, okay, whatever. Tap, 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 yes, go away. Okay, so let's see, have I got my desktop set up for this? Webcam, slides, desk and webcam, 1, 2, 3, wrong desktop. Say hello to everything that I'm trying to watch right now. How about we do this quickly? We'll just go over here, bring that over there, shake, 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 ooh, and then bring this back up. Perfect. All right, there's my sticky note. But where do I go back here? Forget. No, stickies. Where are we? Sticky notes, notes, show all notes. See, I haven't really used this much. I don't think this one's connected to the same account. On my mobile, I'm connected using Daryl at Webster, and this one I think is connected to work. So yeah, not the best demo there, but you get the idea, right? So it is going through, and it's going to synchronize to the desktop. So a good thing there, if you want to take a quick note and you want to be able to get it across all your different devices, then that's where you're going to see it. Just open up our windows there so we can get into seeing people who are asking questions. And thank you all for joining and also catching the stream a bit later on. You're starting to see a picture here, picking up from where you left off, being able to easily share and do things on the run, making quick edits. It's all in one place. The other thing I didn't really mention here too is that with the recommended documents, it's not just what you've been doing, but what your colleagues have been doing. So I work with Daniel McGuinness at Datacom and the adoption team. He's been working on that document. So it's presenting to me something that I would be interested in. There's a bit of delviness going on with the Office graph. A bit more into actions. That's where you can get into, I think, doing something that we did a little earlier. We scanned some text using the Office Lens experience, or the Lens experience, into image, and it came directly into a Word document. Similarly with a table. I was playing around with this PDF thingo a bit earlier too. Sign a PDF, and I think I'd found one here which I could demonstrate with. So it's found a PDF. I wonder where that is. I think it's just suggesting a couple today. Yeah, let's just tap into that one. So I've got my PDF. Oh no, it wasn't that one, doofus. Ugh. Next one. That one there. Okay, so a sign-in sheet from years ago when I was working for Share the Point and running education SharePoint training. So if we just pinch in and sort of avoid that. Maybe I wanted to sign this document, so tap where you wish to sign is the instruction I've got at the bottom, and we'll just tap there. And now, sorry, I know you're not seeing the full thing over here. Let me just stretch this out so we can see. Whoop, no, I'll put this down. I'll just stretch out the edges just a moment. There. Drag that over my face. Drag that out over here. Sweet as. So we've got a full landscape view of being able to sign this thing off, and let's just do the, yep, so that's my signature, and it's going to appear in that page where I saw it, but I've also got this option down here to store it or not. Right, so I can reuse this signature in other things that I sign from the Office Unified app. I shouldn't be calling it Unified app, it's just called the new Office app. But it makes sense. Colors of ink, green or blue or black. Whoop. Oh, okay, that's a point. So there's no undo. I can't just go like that, and there's no eraser. So what do I have to do? I have to go, yeah, I have to start again. Yeah, so get it right first time, or in one nice flowing signature. As you can see, it's completely different. No point in grabbing this. Done. Let's store the signature. So it's added my signature. Very nice. Very nice. Move that around to wherever it's supposed to be. Daryl did attend the course in 2015, and it has been stored. So I guess if I went back and I could sign it in other places, tap where else I want to sign. Let's just tap down over here. Oh, there's a signature. Doof. And then sign that. So that's other things that you need to do while you're on the run, right? That's enough of that. Let's readjust our crop again. That's the other thing that you want to do when you are on the move is be able to do signatures and authorize stuff. So that's good. Ooh, that's a bit funky. Let's just fix this crop up a bit again. Oh wow, okay. Hup, hup, hup. Oh, you've completely ruined my demo. Come on, man. Let's just unplug and plug it back in and hope that we have lift off. Transform, fit to screen. Nah, completely screwed it now, haven't I? Stretch to screen? Wow, that looks so wrong. I think that's where my demo is going to end now. So there was a few other things there to explore, but get into it. I like it. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday morning here in New Zealand, and Friday wherever you are. Good now to you wherever and whenever you are. Check out the Office app if you haven't already, and see if you can fold it into some of the ways that you work while you are out and on the move. Don't feel like you have to do a full-on document, all right? I know I've got somewhere around here, I've got this USB keyboard where I could be fully creating things from the Office app. But yeah, just get into it and what do they say? Like and subscribe and follow and something and blah. Okay, we'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Ooh, I pushed the outro sequence, so something should happen soon. And I think that scene still has me, yeah.